So our best guest was of course Amitabh Bachchan because he was so cool and he was so amazing in there. But there was one where I'm telling Bachchan sir, आइए देखो देखो ये cursor अपने आप हिलेगा and also he's staring at the screen like that. और मैं टेबल के नीचे छुप जाता हूँ उसके सामने and I'm moving the mouse like that on the screen and he's like, what is this nonsense?
Hi everyone, my name is Vaibhav and welcome to Chalchitra Talks. आज का जो guest episode है that is with one of my favorite people on the internet. His name is Hoezaay. Hoezaay का मैं बचपन से ही बहुत बड़ा fan हूँ and you'll get to know more about my fanboyish side of Hoezaay when you'll see this video. मैंने ये conversation उनसे 2 घंटे से ज़्यादा की थी, so we are releasing this episode in 2 parts because I want you guys to really enjoy it properly. एंड होज़े ने हमें बहुत सारी इंटरेस्टिंग रिकमेंडेशंस दी. जितनी एक्सट्रीम्स इस एपिसोड में रिकमेंडेशंस गई हैं, मतलब एक टाइम पे अगर हम VR डिस्कस कर रहे हैं और उसके 5 मिनट बाद हम मच्छर मारने के बेस्ट इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, ऐसे एपिसोड्स आपको बहुत कम मिलेंगे चैनल पे. बट यू आर गोइंग टू लव दिस कन्वर्सेशन. आई एम पर्टिकुलरली प्राउड ऑफ having this conversation on the channel. So if you're coming to the channel for the first time, we are a recommendation based platform. उसके अलावा भी हम बहुत interesting content बनाते हैं related to movies, books and everything pop culture. Do subscribe to us, and now it's time to jump right inside the conversation I had with Hoezaay.
I'll start with here इधर ही एक recommendation for you, sir, because see, you do a lot of this, right? You're talking to a lot of people sitting and listening to their crappy recommendations for hours on end, and you end up having to put the fan off, correct?
Yeah.
Now abhi, of course it all depends on आपको कितना जुगाड़ करना है, कितना पैसा वेस्ट करना है, etc. But I would say invest in a small noise cancellation device.
Nice.
So you get this thing which goes between your mic and your device, which cancels out noise. So you can have your fan on, AC on, you can have your wife bang your head with a handi also, kuch bhi. Your kid can be running behind you going, kuch sunai nahi dega. It's fantastic. Right now I have my fan on full blast above and the AC is on as well because I can't handle it. Main band karega 2 minutes mein. But can you hear anything behind me?
Not at all.
So this is using it's something called the NVIDIA broadcast app, but you need an RTX GPU for that. But other than that, you get these small little devices, pretty cheap also. I think max you'll spend like $1,500 or something, but I'm sure you get cheaper versions also. It's a small little thing. It's like a dongle, just goes between your mic and your computer or whatever it is. The audio will sound a little slightly different, but your essence will remain. But imagine, see, for me, the most important thing is comfort.
हाँ, right.
एक घंटे के लिए and all, you're in front of your computer, you don't want to be like, मैं मर रहा है and all. Because you want to be in a good mood, right? So first recommendation, sir, a noise cancellation device for you, Vaibhav.
बहुत सही. मैं actually
I'll find one and I will send it to you.
मैं एक्चुअली ये ब्लू का एक आता है स्नोबॉल, में ये यूज करता हूँ. ये भी
So you can use it, I think, you depending on what kind. That's a USB mic, na?
Yeah, USB वाला.
USB mic. So in your case, you could install a software on your laptop.
Yeah.
There's other software also that does this. I don't know how effective it is, but the hardware stuff I find works fantastically. Like right now, what you're listening to, there's a proper fan and an AC, and there's a lot of drilling going on outside.
Oh man.
I swear my whole road is dug up. I think that's part of the reason why I've been sick this long also.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. This is all going on right now in the back.
बट आपने एक बहुत कूल ऑडियो रिकमेंडेशन दी. मैं एक वीडियो देता हूँ मेरे चैनल पे, सबको पता है मैं ये देता हूँ. आई डोंट नो इफ यू नो ऑफ दिस ऐप. मैं एक ऐप यूज करता हूँ फॉर वीडियो. तो मेरा ना मैकबुक है, इसके ना वेबकैम बहुत ही गंदे होते हैं, बहुत ही गंदे. मतलब ये मैकबुक 2019 है, ये मेरा मैकबुक का ये है वेबकैम.
I agree with you, काफी गंदा है.
But I use an app called Camo, which converts your mobile phone into a camera. So right now,
nice.
I'm using my phone as a camera. तो इससे मैं ISO, zoom सब कुछ कंट्रोल कर सकता हूँ.
Wow.
So ये मेरा zoom है, ये मेरा ISO है. I can control everything.
It's called what? Camo.
CAMO. दिस इज फॉर $40 अ ईयर, जिससे आप आईएसओ, शटर स्पीड सब कंट्रोल कर सकते हो। और अगर आपके पास अच्छा वाला आईफोन है तो आप तीनों लेंसेज यूज कर सकते हो उसके, सुपर वाइड, वाइड,
Oh,
टेलीफोटो।
bro, that's brilliant. I was looking for something like this. Eventually, I got this webcam. I'm using a C992
हाँ
Logitech, which works, but you can do a lot of stuff with that, man, especially on
या
OBS and all.
या और द थिंग विद लाइक द फोन कैमराज इज, वो वेबकैम को किसी भी दिन बीट करते हैं, स्पेशली आईफोन के कैमराज, बिकॉज
Easily,
वो सारी
easily.
मेहनत ही उस पे कर रहे हैं। तो
Yeah.
लैपटॉप्स को वो पतला कर रहे हैं, तो लैपटॉप्स के वेबकैम पे इतना काम नहीं हो रहा, फोन के कैम्स पे बहुत काम हो रहा है।
Yeah, that's brilliant. I'm going to check this out, Camo.
और
And I
इसमें
like.
इन्होंने या
No, no, go ahead. I was going to say I like that you recommended a paid app because some of the best apps are actually the
सब एक्चुअली पेड
are
एप्स।
paid apps. We
और
nobody likes to shell out like APK बेचना भाई. APK.
मैं इनफैक्ट मेरा एक पॉडकास्ट भी है सेकंड लास्ट सफर के नाम से। मैं इस ऐप के फाउंडर को लेके आया था, उस पे उनको पीछे पड़ के। एक लंदन बेस्ड ऐप है, तो बहुत बहुत ऐसे कूल है ये
Mad
ना, नए
cool.
नए ऐसे चीजें निकालते रहते हैं। जैसे आपको मेरा सेल्फी मोड देखना है, मैं अभी सेल्फी मोड पे जा सकता हूँ, तो ये मेरा सेल्फी मोड पीछे
Oh,
पर्दा।
acha, that's it.
तो ये
Brilliant,
सब
man.
आप, इट्स
That's a
लाइक
great app.
गया, शट अप, ये अटक गया, सारी बेइज्जती अब चालू होगी।
I
अब देखो
think
लैग
the
आएगा।
Camo app is harassing your computer. नहीं अभी हो गया ठीक I think. नहीं there's a slight. Oh
नहीं
no,
नहीं,
we
होएगा
lost you, Vaibhav.
होएगा, बेटर होगा, होएगा होएगा होएगा। आई विल कैच अप, आई विल
See,
कैच अप।
you went
1 2
against
3 1 2
the
3
rules of nature, which is Chalchitra
मैं
Talks में
बैक,
आपको recommendation लेना है. आपने दिया, you broke the time space continuum.
हम अब इस पे आ जाते हैं। आफ्टर द कैमरा रिकमेंडेशन, मूविंग टू द बैक कैमरा। यार ये बंद हो जाता है, दिक्कत ये है। तो ग्रेट यार, लाइक वन ऑडियो एंड वन वीडियो रिकमेंडेशन वी हैव डन। बट आप भी, जैसे मेरे को लगता है आपका सेटअप बेटर ही हो जा रहा है। जैसे श्योर का, दिस इज एन एक्सपेंसिव माइक ना, ये तो 30,000 का आता है आई थिंक, जो आप यूज कर रहे
Bro,
हो।
no. मैं पागल नहीं है. I'm not going to spend 30 grand on a
अरे
mic.
ये तो जो रोगन यूज करते हैं अपने वाले में।
नहीं जो भी यूज करता है मेरे को पता नहीं but this is not, there are two versions of this mic. One is I think an XLR version and one is a purely USB version. This is the Shure MV7, which is a USB mic, and this is actually another good recommendation is you know what I do? I'll sometimes wishlist stuff on Amazon, keep it there because nothing makes me happier than a good deal. You know, you get something for like way cheaper than it should be, you know. So this mic I managed to get it for around 13 grand. So this is the MV7, really good mic. I was using a Blue Yeti before this. Something happened with Windows, baj gaya wo. Then I said, might as well. I wanted something that took up less real estate. The Blue Yeti takes up a lot of real estate.
हाँ ट्रू 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 ट्रू।
This I can mount up onto this arm and then move it any which way. It's super convenient. I can move it out of the way when it's done. I want to tell you how much I got it for. Hold on. What a killer deal it was. Buy it again. Nahi bhai. पागल हो गया?
Yeah, मैं एड्रेस भेज देता हूँ, you can buy again, it's no
What is your address? 30th of October 2021 is when I picked it up. View order details किधर गया? 13,500 rupees.
But actual prices?
I don't know. They say ऐसी ये सब तो actual price and कितना वो लाइन में डालते हैं, सर डिस्काउंट में मिल रहा है.
Yeah.
उल्लू मत बनाओ हमको पता है कि बॉक्स पे जो लिखा रहता है और शॉप में कितना. Don't try to fool us, people.
Yeah.
But yeah, so over here they've written MRP 33,750. I don't think that's the actual MRP. It probably is a little higher than what the deal price is, but I got a super good deal back then.
How better is it than the Blue Yeti?
So the Blue Yeti and this are on par. See, it all depends on what mode you use, what EQs you use and stuff. I feel like there's not much of a difference between the Yeti and this. They're both really good. They set up differently in terms of I can put this on a mount if I put the Yeti on a mount, it's like putting an ice cream on top of a stick and putting it in front of your face like that. But audio quality wise, I find that in some cases the The condenser on the Yeti is a little better, so sometimes you get slightly richer sound. But the trade-off is better on this, so I'm sticking with the Shure.
That reminds me, हमने सारी recommendations चालू कर दी, and even when I do the intro separately, हमने hi guys welcome to Chalchitra Talks नहीं किया. So ये मेरे साथ पहले ही तन्मय वाले एपिसोड में हुआ था, स्टार्टिंग में बातें चालू हुई and I never did the
And you
hi
forgot.
तन्मय welcome to Chalchitra Talks, but it's a good moment to do that. Hi Jose, how are you? Welcome to Chalchitra Talks.
Hi Huku, hi Vaibhav, good to be here. It's finally happening. लोगों को पता नहीं, but Vaibhav got in touch with me almost a month ago now. And then I got sick in between, and yeah, ding dong. So my recommendation, so Vaibhav, first recommendation, we can start here actually.
Yeah.
Is key. My first recommendation is don't go close to people, don't touch them unless absolutely necessary. I'll explain what I'm trying to tell you here is, bro, I didn't get sick for 2 years during lockdown.
Yeah.
So pandemic ho gaya, and I'm always at home anyway, so I doubled down on that, and I was away from the whole world, which I usually am anyway. But for 2 years, not even a cold. I don't know, and I waited for 2 years to talk about this because I didn't want to jinx it, and I was like, if I talk about this earlier, मेरे को corona हो गया, it will look really bad. So I waited, और अभी 2 साल निकल गया, and I realized that in 2 years, not even a cold, bro. Not even a slight cold. The moment my kid starts going back to school, एक हफ्ते के अंदर,
अरे बाप
मैं मर रहा है, ठंडा गरम पानी प्लीज, steam inhalation. So we are the carriers, we are the germs, the bringers of all things.
बट आपको पता है, मैंने आपको ये बात आई थिंक इंस्टा पे भी बोली थी, जब लाइक आप लाइक आई वाज सो सरप्राइज्ड लाइक यू न्यू अबाउट अस. एक तो मैं पहले ऐसा हो गया बिकॉज मैंने ये चैनल ना 2018 अक्टूबर में चालू किया था. सौरभ और लाइक मैं, वानी, हम 3 लोग रन करते, तो तब मैं और सौरभ थे. और एक बार अभीश मैथ थी, तब ना हम मेरे घर पे करते थे, तो मरवल नाका पे आते थे सब मेरे बॉम्बे में घर पे. और अभीश हैड कम एंड आई टोल्ड हिम कि यार आप कोई गेस्ट लाने में हेल्प कर सकते हो. मैं सारे गेस्ट से पूछता हूँ यार एक जना बता दो कोई ला सकता है. तो अभीश ने कहा आई एम अ स्नाइपर, तेरे को मेरे को बताना होगा तेरे को कौन सी है, मैं तेरे को हेल्प कर दूंगा. मैंने कहा होजे. He's like, bro, Jose can't happen. Jose won't do it.
What the hell? He's like, why did you do this to me? I don't know, Jose. I'm very sorry. Teri maa ka Abhish, how dare you do this to me? You malign me. You defame me. No, bro. I swear, Vaibhav is lying. I don't know wo kya bol. Hey, teri maa ka. But I really want to know, why did Abhish say that can't happen?
Because I think तब आप इतना एक्टिवली यूट्यूबिंग में नहीं करते. दिस इज 2018 और आप इंटरव्यूज और ये कन्वर्सेशंस बाकी चैनल पे आना और भी कम करते थे शायद. Because he has one episode with you and he said कि बहुत टाइम लगा था वो होने में भी, and you don't actively go out and do these things.
Chalo, fair enough. Abhi, I apologize. He might have been slightly right. Yeah, okay, fine.
Nice. तो हाँ 3 साल 4 साल लग गए for this to happen. और मैं ट्राई करता हूँ कोई गेस्ट आ रहा हो तो ज्यादा फैन बॉय नहीं बनूं, बट मैं पहले ही आपको तो सब बता दिया भाई. स्नैपशॉट्स भेजो, मैं सबसे पहले कर रहा हूँ, सबसे फॉलो कर रहा हूँ.
We had a very emotional conversation on Instagram and I'm humbled, very honestly. Thank you, bro. Very sweet.
आपने कहा था मम्मी को भेजोगे, भेजा था आपने?
भेजा. She said, who's this? As in to my message, not to you. She's like, aap kaun? So I said, Mom, it's me. Anyway, that's a different story.
Yeah. So my like the show का format is guest भी देते हैं, but हम भी बात कर लेते हैं बीच बीच में. तो एक recommendation मैं दूंगा guys, होजे के चैनल पे I think अभी भी exist करता है. इनका एक अमिताभ बच्चन के साथ एपिसोड है जहाँ पे he is a magician जिनका मैं नाम मिस कर रहा हूँ भाई. The name of the magician is
Fishy Sarkar.
Fishy Sarkar.
That's what they called it then.
फिशी सरकार पे लाइक एक स्पिन ऑफ निकलवाते हैं इसका ना किसी ओटीटी से बात करके. इट वाज अमेजिंग. सो फिशी सरकार का एमटीवी पे कैसे बहुत ही मतलब रॉ बिटवीन द फर्न्स टाइप एक कन्वर्सेशन है बिटवीन हिम एंड अमिताभ बच्चन. बीच में लाइट वाइट जा रही है और बहुत
wild. Bro, that was one of the craziest days of my life. My God. और मैं नया था MTV में. And the crazy thing is when I first started working at MTV, you know, the first thing I did was some cricket based brand integration or something. और क्लाइंट को अच्छा नहीं लगा, दे सेंट अ मेल टू एमटीवी से ये कौन है, इसको निकालो. I swear this really happened. I was so dejected. But our then boss, Weber Vishal B2, and all, he was like, "No, don't worry. Uh, we'll back you and you this, that, and all." And when you look back on it, it was actually quite bad. Even I would have been like, "Isko nikalo kaun hai ye?" But then over time, things got better. Things got a little more natural, relatively speaking. But that was the first thing that happened. Then anyway, so then celebrity interviews, and yeah, celebrity. I would give anything to have done those celebrity interviews over Zoom those days, because क्या मगजमारी भाई. लोग कोई किसी का मैनेजर यहाँ से फैन से कूद रहा है, वो लटक रहा है, बोल रहा है नहीं ये सवाल मत पूछना, वो सवाल मत पूछना. बट गेस्ट तो अपने मजे में है, वो चिल कर रहा है.
हाँ.
उसको पड़ी नहीं है, उसको चाहिए भी. And celebrities have been asked the same question for thousands of years. Like, आपको कैसा लगा, आपका रोल के बारे में बताइए. वो लोग भी पक गए. They want to have fun, right? And back then, TV interviews and all like this. तो आपका स्वागत, कैसे आप, कैसा लगा आपको ये रोल करके? Oh God. And they'd be like, and they'd give every channel the same answer. Tuck, 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 tuck. So whenever MTV's turn came, I'd be like, man, we got to do something else. And sometimes I'd say, you know what? Screw the interview नहीं करते, हम लोग नाचते या कुछ. And then it sounded really idiotic, but now it's the norm. But yeah, I was like, man, no interview नहीं करते, time pass करते हैं उनके साथ. And that really so that's what happened with this also. It was for his film Aladdin. That's why the magic magic angle where I was pretending to be I was pretty a failed magician. Producers spent the whole night coming up with those fake pranks, fake tricks like this, saying कि देखो अभी ये मेरा phone उड़ेगा, and there was a thumbs over here like this, and Amitabh Bachchan is looking at me like ये क्या shooting नहीं चल रहा है. So I also think it was about the mood, वो mood में था.
Yeah.
So it went really well.
बहुत फर्क पड़ता है, are they in that mood right now or not? Yeah. And Fishy सरकार के और कैसे कितने episodes है? Was it like pilot और वो cancel हो गए उसके बाद?
नहीं, so our best guest was of course Amitabh Bachchan, because he was so cool and he was so amazing in there. We did one, maybe two more with him, where he had come to the office and I did weird stuff, hiding sticks, and I was showing him there's one which we won't find now because all that stuff, I think it got moved off the internet and moved off to Voot. MTV puts all their content there. I don't know if it's still there, but there was one where I'm telling Bachchan sir, आइए देखो ये cursor अपने आप हिलेगा, and also he's staring at the screen like that, और मैं टेबल के नीचे छुप जाता हूँ उसके सामने, and I'm moving the mouse like that on the screen, and he's like, what is this nonsense? So I mean, but that nothing could beat that first one, because जो mood में वो था उस दिन. And I guess all the stars, as they say, aligned. Everything was great. I was pooping my pants. मेरी फटी पड़ी थी. Imagine, man, Amitabh Bachchan, bro. I was like, and people say that, and I'm not very like starstruck, and I'm not affected so much. And they say that when you meet Amitabh Bachchan, na, oh, you'll feel that and all. And I said, नहीं यार कुछ भी है. वो आ गया सामने, was like, hello sir, hi sir. I was screwed. And they put me in that outfit. I had a turban on the whole day, and that guy, the fitting guy, gave me something really tight, so I had a headache through the whole thing. Producers telling me कि तुम ये accent करो, कोई और बोल रहा है, director बोल रही तू ये accent करो. And that's why the accent is so messed up.
Dude, फिशी सरकार के अलावा भी जो मतलब मेरी मम्मा को भी पता है, like मैं आपका MTV पे वो Pepsi MTV Wassup था ना, Pepsi was the thing,
the voice of Youngistan, now the voice of Middle Ageistan.
That was also very good, dude. I think वो मैंने religiously follow किया था आपका.
So when I was doing it, I found it a little like, but in retrospect, yeah, it was actually pretty decent. We used to go out every day, go to colleges, talk to people. It was very real in that sense. Thoda bahut preppy it was, like, hey, yo, bro, आ जाओ वो, मैं पेड़ पे चढ़ गया हूँ, मैं baggy pants पहन रहा हूँ, मेरा colorful shirt, yo. And man, I was so non-VJ, like, and they'd keep trying to dress me up in these crazy clothes and these mad prints, and I just looked like I stole a stylish person's clothes. It was so weird. It was damn weird. Those are
But I'm
mad
so
days.
glad यार वो सब मैंने तब देखा था and like since then मेरे को था कि like I want to invite you, so finally I'm so happy this is happening. Already we have got a few recommendations. हमने प्रोडक्ट्स की बातें की बट मैं चाहता हूँ प्रोडक्ट्स में ही थोड़ा और घूमते हैं क्योंकि एक क्वेश्चन है जो मैं सारे एपिसोड्स में पूछता हूँ गेस्ट से. आपने एक 13,000 रुपए की चीज तो रिकमेंड कर दी बट मेरा होता है रिकमेंड अ समथिंग अ यूजफुल थिंग फॉर लेस देन 10,000 रुपीज विच एवरी पर्सन शुड इन्वेस्ट इन.
Less than 10,000 rupees? Arey. Sir, I've all my windows are open up over here. My shop, all the shopping sites, mainly Amazon right now. So free of shout out to Amazon. Amazon sponsor Chalchitra Talks
Yeah.
1 year. I'm currently on 2016 on this page. I'm gonna go through all this and tell you the best
बाप
stuff.
रे.
Okay, I got so much and I've spent so much of money on so much of trash now. But sometimes you end up with really amazing things. Now, you've seen these things where these people, ये लोग बोलते हैं ना कि I'm an athlete and ये देखो ये gun, good, वो massage gun.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
And then you can see their muscles shaking like that, good, and they're like, oh, I'm recovered and all. So, in our house, we use that as like a massage machine for your feet.
Oh.
Bro, so I don't know how many people from your audience have tried to get hold of, you get these little machines that you can put your feet into and they'll massage you and
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
So first day it's great, second day it's great. After a week you're like, नहीं इसमें वो मजा नहीं आ रहा, मेरा लाइफ का 1 घंटा वेस्ट हो गया. Because after a point it's just a machine doing that. Okay. And I've thought about this so much is that I want to one day invent like a robot hand like that just massages. See the hands, you can't replicate this,
Yeah.
right? You get a massage that can press your feet together and do all these weird things, but nothing can do what the hands can do.
Yeah.
Man, I'm now thinking that I could branch that out into sex toys also, but let's not get into all that. But so this thing, man, here it is, sir.
Oh.
This is in slightly El Cheapo version,
El
as they say.
Cheapo.
I don't want to say El Cheapo because it might not be El Cheapo also. But the really expensive one is like some 15, 20, 25 or something. Ye kuch char ya. You can actually pick up any one of them. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you're not really like, yeah. Are you a track and field expert? No. Just go pick up the cheap one. And even if it lasts you for 6 months, I swear to God, it'll be worth it. And I mean this, huh? Doesn't even last. This thing, bro. This one is Agaro or something. पता नहीं किधर से China कमाल जो भी है. But dude, are you married, Vaibhav?
No, no.
Ah, that's why you don't know. But 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 I'm telling you, 50% of life after you get married is saying, "Baby, can you give me a massage?" So your wife will be saying, "Can you give me a massage?" You'll be asking her, "Can you give me a massage?" बहुत दुख रहा है ना. And for first few times it's great. After some time they're like, बहुत हो गया, बहुत काम है अभी, छोड़ो. But this thing, man, you can massage yourself. Of course, way better when someone else massages you. But this thing, you can massage yourself, and also if they're massaging you, it's not nothing. They're just holding a gun to your leg like that. Good. It is the best thing we have invested in. In fact, it might have even helped our marriage in some way. There's less fights, less arguments, there's more relaxed and stuff. But dude, what an investment! I swear to God, this thing now has become a part of our lives. It sounds so stupid, but this thing has become a part of our lives. I can't do without this, man. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And I don't work out. I should be. I will.
Yeah.
But mostly it's used by athletes and people who work out
Yeah.
for muscle
Mostly it's
recovery.
also used by stand-up comics and people who are into comedy because apart from you, Rahul Subramanian की पहली recommendation हमारे channel पे massage girl
Really?
थी.
Really? Oh my God! I knew it.
Yeah, so maybe it's a comedian thing also.
Maybe. Look, I really love I'm Rahul Subramanian. I really love it. I love Rahul Subramanian. He's so funny. Another naturally funny guy. So there's another recommendation, Rahul Subramanian.
Yeah.
But did he recommend the cheap one?
No.
फिर see,
You win.
I think about people's bank accounts. What else? Looks like I didn't buy anything good in 2016. सब कचरा है. things not to buy. Small drones, which you'll never touch again. Drones, remote control cars. Those are the things that everyone's like, hey, it looks good, looks good. खेलते हैं. You play for 5-10 minutes, you say, bas. Then it rots. Okay. So, yeah, it's confirmed 2016 में ज़्यादा कुछ अच्छा लिया नहीं. Something I've been having a really amazing time with is a 3D printer.
Oh.
So I have a 3D printer, which I've had for a really long time. It's been about 3, maybe 4 years. People say stuff like, "Arey, can you print another 3D printer with it?" No, you cannot. You cannot. Stop saying that, guys. Stop asking me that. But the things you can do with a 3D printer, oh my god! There are mounts for microphones, mounts for tripods, mobile phone mounts. Then this flap on my camera over here, privacy flap, wall mounts.
Oh.
Certain like there are parts. I printed parts for a friend. Like a small part on his bike broke. I reprinted that. You can't print stuff that go into an engine and stuff, but little parts like helmet parts. There's so much of stuff you can do with it, man. I cannot begin to tell you.
And time बहुत लगता है ना 3D printing में?
So over time, the technology has gone further and further. The older printers, most printers take quite some time. Like a good print, it all depends on the size of the print. It can take from an hour to 4 hours. There are 24-hour prints, 48-hour prints, and stuff. There are also resin printers now that do things much faster. But those will run into like lakhs of rupees and all.
Ah.
So the 3D printer I bought a FlashForge Finder.
Okay.
It's fairly old now, but for someone who wants to just get into 3D printing, it's superb in terms of it being a first-time user, a beginner, so you can learn on it and sort of get good. I think now that's down to about maybe 34-35 grand. You probably get it cheaper also. But one of the best investments we've made ever. And also like a hobby type scene. But the one thing you got to be very careful about, and so I'm very paranoid about these things, about wastage and stuff. So I spend a lot of time. If you just go and print something without thinking about it, you could end up making a mistake and then wasting all that material and then creating more junk in the world. So that's something to think about. But 3D printing, man, one of the best things I've jumped into. Great, like something to keep you busy. You can design stuff. I'm terrible at it, but for people who are good at that, you can design things and then have them printed.
मैं भूल जाऊंगा बाद में, बट आपने क्वेस्ट मेंशन किया था तो मेरे को एक्चुअली मैंने मेरा माइक जिस पे रखा हुआ है वो यही है. मेरे को किसी ने गिफ्ट किया अभी नया. या
Bro, let's go. So
let's go. मैंने अभी सिर्फ इस पे बीट सेवर खरीदा है और सुपर हॉट लाइक
Super Hot is good.
या सो आपकी हाँ तो आपके मेरे को VR क्वेस्ट रिकमेंडेशन भी चाहिए.
Are done? We can let me just open that up. I'll send you this one game which has just come out. It's called Knock, N-O-C-K. Have you played Rocket League?
नहीं.
Okay, so Rocket League, very popular PC game where you're playing. Sorry, not PC. It's on most platforms. You're playing football but in a car. So you're driving a car and you use the car and there's a giant football and you shoot that into the goal. Okay.
Nice.
So Knock is exactly like that, but instead of a car, you're an archer. Let's play. It'll be damn good fun.
Nice. Let's do it.
The quest is wild. See, the only thing is people complain about it being connected to Facebook and all. That's why I had picked up a Valve Index to start off with. But दुनिया खत्म हो रहा है यार. Just enjoy your life.
And वो हटा रहे हैं, connect to Facebook वाला option हटा रहे हैं वो.
But there's, I mean, हटा के भी क्या फायदा?
तो Zuckerberg का ही.
Yeah, it won't function without some connect on some level. But congrats on the quest, bro. What a device. Oh my god.
मैं तो शादियों में लेके जाता हूँ. मेरे एक दोस्त की अभी जिम कॉर्बेट में शादी थी और मेरे आया था. तो बाहर उसकी शादी चल रही, हम लोग अंदर क्वेस्ट पे ऐसे पूरा ब्लैक मिरर एपिसोड था वो.
Really funny.
कि वो बारात में ही नहीं आए, वो क्वेस्ट पे खेलते रह गए.
See, when we're done with this conversation now, we'll discuss VR porn, which is another genre of discussion. I mean, educationally speaking, I have heard. My friends from abroad told me, but wow. But dude, man, I remember when I was a kid, when we were playing Contra and Super Mario and stuff, and we were obsessed with that kind of stuff. And I remember seeing graphics on the computer, which was like just stick figures, people running around. And I say, wow.
Yeah.
And what a time to be alive now. Everything is so hyper realistic. You play video games on a flat screen, and then VR takes things to another level.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people, the thing is, the worst thing about VR is that you you can explain it to people, but they'll only understand once they put the headset on. They
True. True.
understand what
True.
it's like being in the headset. I
True.
can explain it to you for an hour and say, aisa feel hota, ye depth, ye it feels like you're there, ye this that. But nobody really understands till they put that headset on.
The best part of Quest for me is it's a standalone device.
Yeah, they really, man, they took it to another level with the Quest, and the Quest can do things now that it was not made to do.
जैसे
जैसे कि streaming PC VR. So you can play PC VR quality games on your Quest. It's one titchki less than what it should be, but the device was never supposed to be doing this anyway. So you can have like really good resolution, high resolution PC VR games in your Quest. There's that tiny bit of lag. That's why I bought this router that looks like Mantis from Aquaman. If you have a good Wi-Fi 6 router, you can get that much more speed, more latency, more headroom for that to work better. But like you said, everybody doesn't have access to a beefy gaming PC.
Yeah.
So it being a standalone is a game changer and cheaper than the cheapest VR headsets.
True.
The Valve Index cost me $999.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
And no warranty, nothing. But I was like, दुनिया खत्म हो रहा है, लेना चाहिए.
और Half-Life Alyx खेलना है.
Half-Life Alyx, that was the main thing. Dude, nothing like Half-Life. I'm telling you, till today now, there are so many games in the universe, and I don't like comparing games to each other because everything is a different experience. But Half-Life Alyx is right up there with possibly one of the best things ever created. So now that you have a Quest, you gotta find someone who has a crazy gaming PC.
Yes.
Go to their house and say, "Bhai, मेरे को बस एक second connect करने दे, कर," and try it out. Your mind will be blown.
The same यही चल रहा है. हाँ, please.
And like we're talking about now, you can talk about VR, you can tell people about VR, but they will never understand till they put the headset on. So Half-Life Alyx, you see videos on YouTube, you watch them.
Yeah.
People have recorded them in VR, but you don't know, you don't understand what it's like being in a headset. But Half-Life Alyx, again, possibly one of the greatest creations of all time.
Of humankind. मतलब मैं Valve का इतना बड़ा fan हूँ. मतलब मैं गेमिंग में
It's a milestone.
और ये हर बार जब 10-15 साल में कुछ करते हैं, ये जिस लेवल में मचाते हैं,
it's on that level.
तो एक अगर आपको अपने Half-Life 2 अगर आपको याद हो, do you remember parts of Half-Life 2?
Yeah, man.
Half-Life 2 मेरे को ऐसे एटमॉस्फेरिक चीजें लाइफ में बहुत पसंद है. तो Half-Life 2 में एक वो जो ब्रिज वाली जो स्टेज है ना, जहाँ वो ब्रिज पे चढ़ के जाता है, उस पे जो साउंड ट्रैक बजता है, इट्स कॉल्ड लैब प्रैक्टिकम. मैं कोई भी साइफाई किताब पढ़ रहा हूँ, अभी जैसे मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ एक किताब 3 बॉडी प्रॉब्लम का लास्ट पार्ट, मेरे 1 hour वर्जन ऑफ लैब प्रैक्टिकम बज रहा होता है. मैं Half-Life 1 का साउंड ट्रैक बज रहा है, बिकॉज इनका साउंड ऑडियो भी इतने इमर्सिव है ना, बाकी चीजों में ला सकते हो उनको.
And audio is such a big part of things. I don't know how many people realize it, but 90%, or not 90%, I'd say like a good 70% of your video is the audio, man.
Yeah.
You can have the best video possible, and if your audio is messed up,
True.
कचरपट्टी.
देवाशीष माखीजा करके एक फिल्म मेकर है, वो लाइक ही इज अ फ्रेंड आल्सो, चैनल पे आए थे. वो हमेशा ये बोलते हैं कि तुम वीडियो में 2D 3D कर सकते हो, ऑडियो इज ऑलवेज 3D. सो ऑडियो इज समथिंग यू ऑलवेज नीड टू सॉर्ट.
Wow.
तो ये है यार. सो Oculus, तो you will recommend Oculus, not the Valve Index, right? Valve का जो index है, that won't be.
Oh my God! Do you have 3 hours? No.
Yeah.
It's very technical in this thing, but to be very honest, there's nothing like the Quest 2 in the world. But the Valve Index is different in ways that man, where do you even begin? Quest for me personally, I started with the Valve Index. Then someone gifted me the Quest 2, and the Quest 2 does everything wirelessly, and in VR being wireless is such a big deal. Getting rid of the wires is such a big deal. It changes the whole vibe. But the Valve Index का tracking is precision. The Quest 2 tracking is the best tracking in its class. There's nothing that tracks like the Quest 2, but it is still one titchkey under the Valve Index ka tracking, because the Valve Index uses base stations. It's these base stations actually. These are laser like base stations which are tracking the headset and tracking the controllers. But the Quest 2 is tracking them via cameras and infrared lights.
Got it.
So the easiest way to explain this would be is getting a headshot on the Valve Index. Now when you're playing a first person shooter, you can aim, you can literally like, you can go boom headshot. You can do it on the Quest 2 also, but it's a little tougher because the tracking is not as precise as the Valve Index. That's the difference. But most people will not be affected by this.
Got it.
Yeah.
तो हमने ये 3 घंटे की Valve वर्सेस Oculus की पूरे डिबेट को छोटे
Next
सामने
week on Chalchitra Talks. We're making
you
this
got-
a 7-part mini series.
You got the name right. Every guest calls it Talkies. Like मैं लास्ट में बोलता ना, can you please say Chalchitra Talks को subscribe करें, please subscribe to Chalchitra Talkies. And then I made this tweet, like if someone gave me $1 every time someone called Chalchitra Talkies, I would have $53.
I think it's the vibe. They're seeing it as वो क्या बोलते हैं, Bombay Talkies.
Bombay Talkies.
बोलते हैं. That's why. That's funny.
But any other product that you would like to talk about?
Then there's all the regular stuff, yeah, like hey, PlayStation, computer. I mostly game on PlayStation and on the computer.
कुछ
So
किचन
my-
विचन का बताओ ना, किचन में कोई टूल हो.
Oh my god, yeah, there are tools. There's one thing, something, small things that have stayed with me. Oh bro, you have no idea how domesticated. This is gonna be literally gonna be the weirdest episode. We're gonna go from high tech, like, you know, virtual reality, and now we're going to the kitchen. So, okay, I don't know about you or your viewers, but I am obsessed with mosquitoes. Not in a good way, but I'm obsessed with keeping them out.
आपके वीडियोस भी है उस पे.
We're living in their world. Fine, ठीक है. So now, and man, I go crazy in my house. I'm always like, वो दरवाजा बंद है, ये बंद है, वो बंद है, and I give people a really hard time. They hate me for it, but I've trained everyone so well now that अभी घर में मुश्किल से 1-2 मच्छर मिलेगा. And bro, there are a lot of mosquitoes here in this area in Mumbai, and you know, before after monsoons किसी को पड़ी नहीं है. They let their water go everywhere. Mosquitoes are breeding, having a great time. सब लोग मजा ले रहे हैं. मेरे को काट रहे हैं. Anyway, so there was a time when every night, I swear to God, every night, there's no mosquitoes, okay, around in the house. Every night, 15 mosquitoes, 12, 20 mosquitoes, and I'm counting them because मैं उसको मार के रख रहा हूँ side में. Okay, and next morning I tell my wife, says, baby, there's so many mosquitoes in there, पता नहीं कहाँ से आ रहे. Bro, we got to a point where I've put tape on the windows. जहाँ जहाँ भी छोटा छोटा gap मिल रहा था ना, वहाँ पे tape डाल दिया, ये वो this that सब. But during this certain period in the night, na, 15 to 20 mosquitoes, they gang karke, they'd come, and I'd go through this every day. Finally, I got fed up, man. So then I collected the mosquitoes and I put them on my desk for my wife to see in the morning, because she'd be like, nahi, kuch bhi hai, just making I no one believes anything I say. So then I showed it to her and she said, oh my God, ye kya hai? So I said, yeah, this is what I've been dealing with every night. So we looked everywhere, couldn't figure it out. Can you guess what the solution turned out to be? You'll be blown away. Now I don't know how many people have gone through this, or if this is happening to you. You're like, किधर से आ रहे हैं मच्छर? मेरे को पता नहीं. I've done everything. I've closed off every hole in the house, but मच्छर फिर भी आ रहे हैं.
Yeah, is the answer kitchen, because we were talking about kitchen.
Correct. You're right, sir. Kitchen. But where in the kitchen? Now, some people have those kitchen ka exhaust fan. Some people have those which are outside and covered with a box, and some people just have an open exhaust. Just the fan. We have that open exhaust. तो जब exhaust बंद था रात को, they were using that as an entry. into my house. So then we got like this jali and all. I put double-sided tape, ये वो this that वहाँ पे चिपकाया. I wanted to buy one proper piece, but then I was like, forget it. I cannot spend another day dealing with mosquitoes. तो वो चिपका दिया. So that's the recommendation is check your exhaust fan in your house. Is if you're getting a lot of mosquitoes and you don't know किधर से आ रहे and you've closed everything off. I'm serious. It drove me insane for like a month.
इस पे
But we
कैसे
defeated them.
शॉर्ट सीरीज बन सकते हैं? आपको नेटफ्लिक्स को पिच करना चाहिए, कट टू यू, पूरा विजुअलाइज हो गया.
Oh, they got the strap to my back and all like that.
इसमें से एक सीन हो सकता है, आप ऑक्यूलस के अलावा इसमें भी एक हाथ में रैकेट है.
Dude, but that's another big deal. You know, mosquitoes can ruin a gaming experience. And VR में तो your eyes are covered, so you're playing और नीचे कुछ काट रहे तेरे को. अरे कुछ नहीं. It ruins the whole experience. So anyway, so I think it's a big deal. I know you're making fun of me, Vaibhav, but I think it's a big
नहीं,
deal.
बट आपने लाइक कहानी अच्छी थी, बट मारे कैसे, उसकी तो रिकमेंडेशन दो.
मारे with the zapper, nothing better than the zapper.
यही है क्या? इसके आगे कोई टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है क्या? ये तो रुक गए क्या हम 10 साल के?
Nobody has been able to come up with anything. I don't know. People have said all these UV lights and all. मच्छर को पड़ी नहीं है, वो आके लाइट पे बैठ जाएगा उधर. Your all those fumes and all, वो उसके ऊपर बैठ जाएगा. They're smoking the mosquitoes are smoking the fumes like. But I think the best thing is the zapper, and also another thing is now people really going to know how obsessed I am with mosquitoes. मच्छर को zap किया ना, that's not the end, bro. They can get up, वो उठ के अगला दिन वापस काम पे.
अरे ये सीजन 2 आप पिच कर रहे हो, वो लास्ट में थोड़ा सा हिला.
Season 2. Previously on Chalchitra Talks. No, but I'm serious. You zap them, they come back. Unless you've roasted them completely. This is becoming very dark now. People will be like, you look pagal, or these guys are serial killers.
But would you recommend Odomos?
Odomos works. Yeah. I love Odomos. I mean, I hate having it on me. I don't like it when it gets onto my food.
Yeah, but there is an Odomos spray also, na? जिसको ऐसे cream की जगह spray.
And both work. And the reason we know about this is because, again, when we had a kid, keeping mosquitoes away from the kid, then we'll all want to go to the park. So Odomos से तो नहाना पड़ता है जाने से पहले. Odomos is, I think, one of the few things that really works. People are like, मैं ये episode देखते कुछ शायद कुछ intellectual देखने को मिलेगा. Odomos. Yeah. Correct. सही है.
नहीं, but like I got some really amazing product recommendations from you. और गेमिंग पे जैसे हमने टच कर लिया, तो मैं चाहता हूँ थोड़ा गेम्स की और बात कर लेते हैं outside of VR also. Like if you want to recommend some games to PC lovers, Mac lovers, PS lovers, of course. हाँ जी.
Look, I'm just starting up Steam. So there's so many games, but you know what? Something which I think would be a great discussion would be, and you as someone who has taken recommendations, you're into analyzing content and stuff. I find that sometimes, not all of the time, of course, great content always transcends, right? Doesn't matter where you are, who you are, it will transcend. But then sometimes I also feel like the mood that we are in affects the way we are going to consume the content. There have been a lot of times where I've tried to maybe play a game or watch a movie or watch a show or something. I didn't like it. And then I said, I'll give it a shot a couple of weeks later, maybe a week later. And then I loved it. And this has happened to me so many times now that I've started giving everything a second chance.
Arey, wow. Very nice. Very nice.
Because, you know, I get it when people say, ये मैं देखे मैं मजा नहीं आया, कचरे में डाले. Which is fine. But at the same time, now I don't know. After this happened to me, I started thinking about how many things I've possibly missed out on.
Very nice.
Because I had that attitude towards it. So if you see something that you don't like, just you can be like, maybe this is not for me. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people work on these things also. It's actually really mean when critics say stuff like, hey, kachra hai. They spent thousands of man hours, hundreds of people worked on it. Yeah, maybe you didn't like it, whatever. And of course, then some things are so bad that you can't defend them at all. I'm the kind of person who likes everything. Very rarely I'll be so put off by something that I don't like it. But there is one film you should definitely not watch. Like, don't watch only in your whole life. It's called Naked. So you heard of Groundhog's Day?
नेकेड मैंने देखी है शायद, ये वो
Oh
प्रोफेसर
God.
ल्यूपिन वाली। एक सेकंड, एक सेकंड।
No, no,
आर वी
not that
टॉकिंग?
one. No. I'm talking about the Wayans brothers. They
अच्छा।
made something which is a remake, a reimagination of Groundhog's Day. In Groundhog's Day,
हाँ, नो नो, नॉट
Bill
दिस वन।
Murray wakes up every day and
या
he's
या।
living the same day again and again. So इन लोगों ने क्या किया? They did a modern day version where this guy wakes up every day, but he wakes up naked in an elevator,
ओके।
and he starts his day over there every day, and he has to figure out how to like break this loop. Now, on paper, that sounds great. Actually, it actually sounds really cool. You're getting up in an elevator, you're naked every time, and start from there. But the movie is so bad. Literally, मेरा life का 2 घंटा waste हो गया देख के. तो मत देखना. And of course, what they did with the last Matrix also, I was quite upset. But that's it. Those recommendation things not to watch.
नॉट टू वॉच।
Not
ओके।
to ये दो चीज. Like I was saying, also some games are about what's happening also in the world. Like I when the pandemic first started, there were some of these like apocalyptic games set in the apocalypse, which I couldn't play. I was like, this is too real. This is too close to home. Because already we were stressed out about the world going to hell, and then you're playing a game where the world has gone to hell. I was like, नहीं भाई, बाद में.
अभी नहीं।
मैं अभी नहीं, बाद में. Okay, so here we go. PC games. Strangely, the game I have the most playtime on is XCOM 2. I'm a big turn-based strategy game player. I love all kinds of games, but I've really got obsessed with turn-based after a point. So XCOM 2, 200 hours on record. BattleTech, I have 197 hours on record. BattleTech is another turn-based game, really amazing, super detailed. Rocket League, I have 171 hours on there. XCOM 1, 131 hours. So I played XCOM 1, played the crap out of it, played the second. And these games I've played a couple of times, okay? Or like, finish them, wait for some time, play again. Then there's this beautiful, very old, but gem of a game. It's called FTL, Faster Than Light. I don't know if you've heard of it, but basically you're a bunch of aliens on a ship. It's top-down view, like 2D art sort of thing. One of the most amazing games I've ever played in my life. Tons and tons of hours of comfort and just escape. And so you're a bunch of these aliens, you're piloting a ship, and you're going from this side to that side, and you get attacked, and you have to manage the ship and all. Again, it's another turn-based.
Nice.
One game that I got obsessed with, this is very recent, but I hate this game also because of how much it tormented me. Slay the Spire. I've put 111 hours into this. And you know how many times I've won? Twice.
Damn.
Twice. And the first time I won was after 90 hours.
अरे बाप रे।
God. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, so I'm conflicted as to whether but it's a testament to how much it sucked me in. Very addictive game. Then another version of XCOM Chimera Squad, another turn-based recommendation, 104 hours on it. Oh, Elite Dangerous, bro, now that you have a quest. Elite Dangerous, you have your own spaceship, you can fly to any planet, you can like fly to any galaxy. It's a huge world. You can help people, you fight bad guys, you can do trading runs. You can be a delivery guy, you can be a mercenary, you can just be a guy who wants to explore planets. You can do whatever you want. But Elite Dangerous is one of the greatest things of all time. It's a space simulator. Yeah, I think a good way to explain it is space simulator. I should play that tonight. Thank you. I have 94 hours on Just Cause 2 for some reason. I don't remember playing that recently. Another indie gem, Star Renegades. I'm not sure if it's an indie, but it's definitely a gem. Star Renegades, 92 hours on that. I have 70 hours in Plants vs. Zombies. I'll play anything, honestly, that'll give me a good time. I have Plants vs. Zombies. No Man's Sky, again, incredible game. I'm heavily into science fiction and space
Nice.
exploration in video games. I don't think I'd survive in actual space. I think this is turning into a sort of like indies recommendation, but there's another beautiful game called Into the Breach. Beautiful, beautiful game. You play as these three mech warriors and you're fighting an alien invasion, but it's like chess. So each of these creatures have specific kinds of moves, and the aliens also have specific moves, but you know what move they're going to make before they make it. That's the difference here.
Nice.
So it's all calculations, calculations, but it's brilliant, really brilliant. The Attack on Titan game is also very good, but you got to pick up the second game, not the first one. The first one is not worth picking up. The second game will give you what the first game and the second game does. I don't know if you're into anime, but if you aren't, you should watch Attack on Titan. I'm disappointed with the final season, but that doesn't matter. Still a great experience. You're going to make one whole video of me just saying game names. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. We should actually do quest recommendations since you're going to be doing quest also.
Yeah, please. और
No?
क्वेस्ट पे आप प्लीज फ्री गेम्स भी बताओ यार. मतलब मैंने बीट सेबर खरीदा अभी, वो थोड़ा
Beat Saber's a bit expensive on the quest, I'd say. I have it on PC. PC VR much cheaper. Are you into Star Wars? Even if you're not into Star Wars, Vader Immortal. There are 3 episodes, I think, where you play. You're playing the story of Darth Vader. You get to. I'm not sure if you get to play as him, and some you do, I think. Usually now, because Quest 2 is standalone, they bring the graphics and all a little lower so that the device can handle it. But Vader Immortal and the Star Wars stuff is pristine and it looks so correct, so rich. That's definitely something you should check out. Vader Immortal.
कोई ऐसा गेम मैं बताता हूँ. मेरे को बीट सेबर के साथ दिक्कत क्या है. बीट सेबर में यू आर स्टिल. आई वांट मेरे को वो चाहिए होता है कि आप वीआर में मोशन में हो. आप समझ रहे हो, जिसमें आप आगे पीछे जा सको. बीट सेबर में यू आर लॉक्ड डाउन ऑन वन पोजीशन. थिंग्स आर कमिंग
at you. Acha, you want to move around.
I want to move around.
So Knock will do that. There's this game called Swarm. It's it's very arcadey, but just imagine Spider-Man with guns. So you're swinging around and you can go anywhere. And surprisingly, you even on the quest, there's no motion sickness, nothing. Oh, Resident Evil 4 is very good. I don't know. I get scared to play these games alone in the night. I'm worried that my TV pe gir jayega ya kuch, and then everyone will wake up and wonder what's happening. The Resident Evil 4 is damn good on the quest. Oh, Elvin. Is it 11? I've been calling it Elvin this whole time. Anyway, table tennis on the quest. Superb. One of the greatest things. Bro, the first time I played table tennis on the quest, the beauty of these VR headsets is that they have a little microphone right there under the
yeah.
And the that works so well. The first time I was playing table tennis with some guy from I don't know where he was, from Argentina or I don't know where, I can't remember now. Could have been, but I was playing table tennis with some guy from across the world, man, and it was fantastic. And he's telling me, my kids are just sleeping, blah blah this that. I was also a little weirded out. I was like, oh god, what if my wife catches me? She's like, who are you talking to? Kisse baat kar rahe ho raat ko? But it's really something, man, to be able to talk to someone like that. They've bridged that gap, man. You can be playing table tennis with someone from across the world. It's brilliant. Oh, you should get Open Brush also. That's totally free for the quest. It's you can draw in 3D. I don't know how good you are as an artist, but even for doodling, it is fantastic. There are people who make amazing stuff. But Tilt Brush used to be a paid app. Then it went open source. Pavlov on the Quest 2 is a Counter-Strike.
Oh.
But in Quest, it's amazing. You must get that. I think Robo Recall you get free with the Quest 2. You should get that. That's also brilliant.
मेरे को तो कुछ भी फ्री नहीं मिला यार इसमें.
No, तेरे को ढूंढना पड़ेगा. You get into the app. You go through it, you'll find it. It's not that easy also to find. It won't just pop up. You'll have to थोड़ा ढूंढना पड़ेगा. Most likely you will have Robo Recall free. It's called Robo Recall Unplugged. Super Hot is amazing.
उसमें जो मैट्रिक्स वाली फील आती है, यहाँ से गोली जा रही है. मैंने पीसी पे खेला हुआ था, बट लाइक 3D में जब मैंने डेमो खरीदा है मैंने अभी सुपर, मतलब फ्री जो है. Another level. And
to do that, and then there's that one partner where you're in virtual reality, but in the game you're putting on a virtual reality headset. That's
in
crazy. In
in
super
like
hot, you maybe you'll not have
oh
gotten to that part yet, but so in super, the idea of super hot is that you put on that headset and then you're in that world, right? So in
yeah,
super hot, you're actually inside another VR headset.
okay.
Yeah, once you finish that level, now they'll ask you to take the headset off. So you end up having to shoot yourself. That was a big controversy when the game was out. Is that they're asking you to shoot yourself. There's one part where they tell you prove your loyalty or whatever. So I'm
Oh.
looking around and kuch nahi hai, kisi ko, there's no one around. And then I found out that you have to kill yourself in the game. That
Oh.
became a big deal. But then when you do that, no, then you take the headset off and you're inside a room. It's amazing. Superhot is really another another one of those games which I'd say is a milestone like that.
Yeah,
Took things to another level. There's Fit XR boxing, Beat Saber. Beat Saber is a good workout, but it's not really a workout. Also, you
true,
can get
true,
you
true.
can get wasted, you can get tired and all, but this like boxing and some of the other fitness games, those will really push you. I enjoyed playing Sniper Elite VR also. Another PC game, flat screen game which they made VR. Sirento. Sirento sounds like one of these, like I joined a cult or something, but Sirento is you're playing this kind of like modern ninja. It's there on the Quest 2. I don't know what the Quest 2 version is like. Guns, swords, katanas, knives,
Nice.
double jumping, flips, killing people. That's the basic synopsis. Oh, there's another good one. There's a stealth first person shooter called Aspire 1 VR Operative. I think it's on Quest 2 also. You got to do everything in stealth. Of course, you can go all out and shoot people and all, but the main aim of the game is stealth. So you're climbing up ladders, hiding in lofts, in VR, sniping, taking people out. It's damn good.
This makes me ask you, मेरे को आपके थोड़े वो $999 की चिंता हो गई। आपने Valve Index पे हाफ लाइफ एलेक्स के अलावा क्या खेला है?
Oh, there's a lot on VR there.
अच्छा, वहां पे भी है।
Yeah. PC VR I feel has way more than Oculus. Sorry, it's
अच्छा,
Meta
तो
now.
बेसिकली या तो मतलब आप लाइक ओके ओके अंडरस्टूड।
There's a lot more on PC VR. But see, the requirements also different. Now, PC VR requires a beefy gaming PC.
गॉट इट।
The standalone Quest 2 stuff does not. Then there's something called Blade and Sorcery. Some of the stuff can be really disturbing, and if somebody watches you playing it now, they'll judge you. They might even call the cops. It's like that. Blade and Sorcery mein, it's a medieval times, magic, swords, yeah, this, that. And these NPCs come at you, like the characters in the games will come at you, and you can stab them and cut them and you can hold them while you I don't want to describe it, you might get demonetized. Like you couldn't do this in games. You could maybe watch it on a flat screen and do it, but now you're in there.
गॉट इट।
And you know how, I don't know, the more you get into VR, you'll see how VR, even though you know it's not real, on some level it tricks the brain. That's why if you go to YouTube and you type walk the plank VR, you'll see all these experiences of people giving other people VR headsets saying ye game khelo, and in the game na, they're walking on a plank and they usually give it to people who've never done VR before. So ye log aise chal rahe, "Oh, oh," and then they fall down and all. People are falling in their houses, falling on their TVs. All, it's wild. You should just check it out. It was all the rage at that time that people were giving headsets to people saying walk the plank. Oh, dude, there's one game called Party Hard 2. I feel like the game is about me and my life. So I would say if you're picking up this game, pick up the second version first because it's higher res and it's newer game. It's way better also. First one is a classic, but this is closer to modern times. So the story of this game is this guy, he's working every day, he goes to work, comes back, वो थक गया है, पक गया, दुनिया से पक गया, and he's living his life again and again and again. एक दिन वो आता है घर पे और वो देखता है कि दूसरे बिल्डिंग में पार्टी चल रहा है, and he's just come back from a really hard shift, उसको सोने का है, and he's trying to sleep, and but उधर से people screaming and doing noise. He snaps and he decides that he's going to kill everybody. It's so funny.
How is it
And
about you?
I want to relax. so so the so the concept is that this guy gets fed up of everything,
Yeah.
and your objective is to go to that party and kill everyone without getting caught. So
Yeah.
there are all these different things like वो DJ उधर वो party वो बजा रहा है. You can go and sabotage the electrical systems next to his speakers. तो उसको शॉक लग जाता
Oh.
है. जो भी नाच रहे उधर वो उसको भी शॉक लग जाता है. You can take, there's one big water bottle, you know, people go to the water cooler, right? You can
Yeah.
by mistake drop the water cooler onto the dance floor, then go and mess with the speakers. Everyone on the dance floor electrocuted. So you have to keep using things like that, and you hide bodies, and the cops will try to come and find you. You got to hide from them. It's a wild, wild game. Some of these indies are real gems, man. Real gems.
It's reminding me of Hitman की जो नई series आई है वाले games where you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
like kill people in very
In different ways and stuff. It's on some, it's on that zone. But this is like pixel art. I'm very into like these pixel art games and stuff. Yo, another amazing VR game, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Walking Dead, I would say, other than Half-Life Alex, another like way up there game.
nice.
Damn good.
So I think game recommendations हमने
That was
काफी
heavy.
that was heavy.
Very heavy. इतने सारे. And still we only scratched the surface.
Yeah,
Oh God.
I feel so.